Hi everyone, welcome to TPP Learning Academy. Today we're going to cover how to set up patient-related e-workflow. E-workflow functionality transforms the way work is distributed between staff members in an organization. Rather than manually sending tasks, users can set up templates to automate flow of work between staff members. This means that once a user or group has finished their designated action, the task will automatically be sent to the next group or user, including what action they need to complete. Navigate to Setup, Data Entry, eWorkflow Template. The eWorkflow Setup screen will show all existing eWorkflow templates. You can also have a preview of how a template is set up. Click on the new eWorkflow template button. A dialog will appear. The Details tab will allow you to give it a name, category, priority, and you can decide if this workflow is intended for patient or administration. Category is set up in the organization preferences, along with choosing an escalation manager for workflow tasks. Please check out Managing Overdue eWorkflow tasks for more information. Now click on the Design tab. You can add, amend, and delete an item. Item is a step that you would like the system to automate using task templates within a particular eWorkflow. Click on New Item. You will see a new dialog box. You can click on the drop-down list to select an existing task template, or you can click the New Task button on the right-hand side to set up a new one. In this case, I'm going to use an existing task template. Secondly, you can also link these items to a specific report. Therefore, only the targeted patients will trigger this item within the eWorkflow. You can also select a quick action linking to this item so that it can be easily performed. For example, linking a document for the admin team to create. You can also link a specific data entry template or questionnaire or protocol so that a user or a user group can complete quickly and accurately. Click OK to finish adding an item. And now we are back to the eWorkflow Setup dialog screen. To add a second item on, click on the newly added item and click Add Item to create a second step. You will now see the same dialog screen. Select an appropriate task template, in this case, Contact Family. Once selected, click OK to finish adding the item. You should now see a link between the first and the second item. It is possible to have multiple items on the same stage within a workflow. All you need to do is to click on the previous item and just click Add Item. In this example, I'm going to add an extra step so that I would like the secretaries to send a letter as well as having the reception team to call the family of a deceased patient. Click OK to finish this extra step, and you should now see two task templates now linked to the first item added to the second step of this eWorkflow. To add the final step, click Add Item. At this point, press Ctrl key on your keyboard and select both the task templates, then select the last template required from the drop-down list called USOJP RIP. By doing so, The final task will not be triggered until both task templates are actioned by both user groups. Click OK to finish adding the item. You should now see the final product of this eWorkflow template. Click OK to complete the setup, and you will now be taken back to the main setup screen. You can also amend, copy, and delete any existing eWorkflow template if necessary. To start a patient for this eWorkflow template, retrieve a patient record, right-click on the node eWorkflow on your clinical tree. Click on Add Patient to eWorkflow. You will find all active eWorkflow templates and select an appropriate option to launch. If this option is not available on your clinical tree, please speak to your system administrators for configuration. Please remember to save the patient record right at the end. Once the eWorkflow is added to the patient record, whatever the first step of the flow is will be triggered. Therefore, I will expect to find a task within the admin team task list called Recode Death for them to add a disease recode within a patient record. To complete a task, simply right-click on it. You will then be able to action it to move it on to the next step, or you could also perform any linked quick actions. For more information about how to manage tasks, please check out our task training video. If a patient is added to an eWorkflow by mistake, you must retrieve the patient record and delete the eWorkflow the patient has been added on incorrectly. All tasks related to that workflow will then be deleted. There are many other ways to effectively launch an eWorkflow within System 1. Please check out our How to Launch eWorkflow training video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you find this video useful. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos. For hints and tips, please follow us on Twitter at TPP Training Tips.